Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast on this Wednesday, March 11th, 2020. Hopefully we can give you some nice levity to your lives of non-stress and happiness here on the Semi-Perfect Podcast.
God, I stubbed my toe! God damn it! Fuck! I'm so stressed out! Jesus Christ!
You should get it tested.
God damn it! I hate this world! Hey, Randy, how
We got Saberspark in the house.
I'm here, everyone. Hello.
We got Paleo.
Hi.
We got
Everything
Toodles.
sucks.
Oh. Yeah, we got Toodles.
Hello.
And I'm ACRacebest. It's a little bit of a smaller group here today. When everyone heard that we were going to announce the release date for Bronies React.
Everybody scattered.
Yeah, they're like, well, bye. But we're going to be going through our typical fun. So the podcast is starting about 20 minutes late here today. And that is because I just got off the phone with a person.
Okay.
And that, yeah. But essentially, it could be and it could not be a potential TV
Something.
thing.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Again.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just looking. Wait, what's it related to?
I said it would be a TV thing, and it would be My Little Pony related, and that's probably as far as I should go.
All right, word. By the way, I know this is a bit of a tangent. Just see here a headline: Tom Hanks has the virus.
Uh-oh.
What?
No.
And he's like 80, so
This. I don't think he's that old.
Yeah, I don't think Tom Hanks is 80.
What do you think he is, a presidential candidate?
that's the joke.
Hey, he's only 63. You lied. Sorry. It's just this sucks. Paleo, you're right. This sucks. What the hell, bro? This decade needs to pump its brakes.
We're just getting it all out of our system this year, this part of the year. Well, on that good note, so how's everyone doing?
I mean, I'm all right.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. Paleo didn't answer. I'm starting to worry about him.
Uh-oh.
Everything fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go to food post, damn it. All right.
I'm gonna go visit Saber tomorrow though, so I'll be.
Mhm.
So things
That'll-
are only going to
that'll
get
make it even
worse.
worse.
Yeah.
Batten down the hatches.
Man.
Alrighty.
All right. Well,
Hold
we're
on.
going to start on Fritz Roll's Baguette.
Hold on, I haven't gotten it on the
Oh,
thing yet.
I'm sorry.
Boink.
Now I can start having a celebratory dinner and watching my favorite Semi-Perfect Podcast after getting third place in my golf tournament today. Congratulations. A relaxing night to have during spring break in my home in Florida.
That's a lot of spaghetti.
Look at the fruit salad.
Mamma mia.
Oh, man, that table's so clean.
Whoop.
It's a football.
Awesome.
Nice. What's next, Sarah? What's the next food?
The next food.
For anyone that wanted to
Uh-oh.
know,
Sorry.
you could go to hashtag SPP Foods and submit your food.
I forgot. I clicked the wrong things.
You did. What?
I did poorly. Alright, we've got
Oh my
another
god, more spaghetti! Are you guys trying to tell us something? Having some spaghetti with Parmesan cheese for the Semi-Perfect Podcast.
Delicious.
That was
And you know what?
Taylor.
Race and I might also have spaghetti for dinner.
Whoa.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I see in Taylor's name, it has a soon and pointing to BabsCon. For those that haven't been keeping up to date with the convention scene, as far as pony convention stuff, both Winnie City and BabsCon released information today, by the way. Winnie City basically saying we have no plans of canceling. Obviously, if you don't feel well, don't come. But just asking everybody to take part in the washing your hands movement, which apparently humanity just figured out in the last 2 weeks, is a good idea. So yeah,
And with soap. Remember to wash your hands with soap.
Yeah, and then and BabsCon also released a statement. I guess in the areas of BabsCon, some of the counties have been starting to put down or did put down some rules, but that BabsCon isn't in that county that was doing that. They're saying so far we're still good to go. So yeah. I might as well mention this also.
Okay.
If you see us at Winnie City or BabsCon,
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Somebody on my Twitter today said, I can't wait to see you at... Because I made a tweet about how I hug my friends. Mm-hmm. And then someone replied saying, I'm going to give you a big old bear hug at MomoCon. I'm like, no, you ain't. Like, I will kick people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to cosplay.
Down the escalator.
I'm gonna wear a hazmat suit and be like, "Oh, it's cosplay."
You just take the T-Rex.
I'm Gordon
suit.
Freeman.
Oh my God, the T-Rex suit. Everyone is
hazmat.
mandatory T-Rex suits for everybody.
Oh, dude, I have one. I can bring it. It'll be really hot though.
Wear it on the plane. It'll be the one person on the plane. You're like, just in case.
I see no one else showed up prepared. Nikki D says, another day on Grind Kids. Got me some peanuts and the good old aqua from my SPP Foods post.
Nice.
Niagara.
Got Pixie. No food tonight, but wanted to tell everyone go wish Viva a happy birthday because she's awesome and could use the love. It's Viva's birthday today.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, Viva.
Go Viva.
Everybody in our chat, go and...
Because of all my editing, I'm like, I've been hanging out with Viva. Why didn't she say anything? And now I'm like, oh yeah, because it's been edited
Pre-recorded
footage.
footage.
Nathaniel says, made myself a combination dish of rice corn, smoked turkey sausage, and various spices. Did you laugh at how I was saying it?
Rice corn.
Rice corn. I don't know. Ooh, look at that.
It looks good. Not gonna lie, it looks really, really good.
I once thought I saw Jack's Blade say that corn doesn't do anything for you. Is that true?
It tastes good. That's enough.
But is corn a lie? Like, wow, just break that camera. It's okay.
No, sorry.
I'm on to my next set of transfers. Princess Deadpool says, perfect comfort food after a long, tedious day of work.
Nice.
CPK.
CPK, pepperoni, and cheese.
Pepperoni and cheese. I have a gift card for CPK. I need to use it.
Do you have a gift card, or do we have a gift card?
We do.
Okay. Malik Webster, popcorn. Malik. Shit. Malik. I have popcorn, green for Loco, and Chris Rock stand up in the background. Wait, where is this? Oh, okay.
It's literally Chris Rock standing up in the background.
No, when I heard Chris Rock stand up, I thought he had like a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
I was like, what? But that's cool too.
You're like, I have to see Chris Rock. Nora Mermaid says, enjoying tonight's podcast with yummy, healthy rice bowl, a charcoal face mask, and some cozy hospital socks. Oh, and hope your day was as magical as you guys are. Oh, love you guys. Thank you, Nora.
Thank you. And then we've got Leninator, a.k.a. Emberwing, cooking some green beans and sausage.
I only see green beans.
Where's the sausage?
Where's the sausage?
I think that might be it. Let me check our notifications here real quick, just to make sure that we haven't missed anything.
I think we
we
did
got
good.
it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Let's see here. Well, this is usually where we like to find out moss about our podcasters. So, Paleo.
Nah.
What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Not too much. I've been doing some editing things for Saber with his quick vids. So that's been nice.
Nice.
Nice for me as well.
What have you been up to?
Me? Matt visited for the last few days.
Nice.
Helping to get my audio setup fixed. I've had an issue with this glitch. Not a glitch, static sound on my Shure mic. Glitch checks. Oh, but it's we think it's been resolved. It's a very peculiar thing, but I won't waste our time on it. But yeah, it was fun hanging out with Matt. Outside of that, just been trying to watch some movies, but I haven't really gotten around to it. I haven't even seen Onward yet, which I see is on our itinerary, so I don't know if we'll talk about that or not.
Yeah, we might wait. Yeah.
If anything, we'll figure it out when we get there. But we obviously won't talk about spoilers. At minimum,
we'll probably do like a impressions, and then maybe next time we'll talk in depth about it.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me. And then as far as watching content, the only thing I've really been making headway on is I've been watching The Critic as of late. With Don Lovitz. That show has aged wonderfully. It's got some dated jokes with like, oh, look at these celebrities in these movies that are currently popular. But the writing is like surprisingly sharp, where it's like, damn, this still holds. I mean, Matt and I were watching it last night. And we were laughing out loud like all the time, and it's like, damn, this show is it's clever. I think it's from the same studio who made The Simpsons, so that might be why. Like,
yeah, they had that one crossover with The Simpsons that one time.
Well, there you go. And then outside of that, I've been watching Star Trek: Next Generation. I'm almost done with season 2 of that. I'm in love with it. It's so good. And yeah.
Oh, Castlevania.
I don't want to bring it up just yet because I wasn't sure we were going to talk about it, but I don't see it on the itinerary. So yeah, I watched Castlevania with you, Paleo. That was fun.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
Me and Race don't know anything about Castlevania, but y'all go ahead if y'all want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it require a spoiler screen, you think?
We can avoid spoilers?
Yeah, we can avoid spoilers.
Then take it away, guys.
Season 3 was a good way to kind of like regroup after the craziness that was season 2. Kind of surprising because I thought season 2 would be it, but they left enough like loose ends open to be like, okay, we're not done here. And I don't know how much of that is due to like if they had a contingency plan where they're like, if the show is popular enough, we'll continue it, or are we forcing something that should?
Yeah, because the first season was only 4 episodes, and that was just sort of like a setup for the second season. And the second season was 8 episodes, and then this season for season 3 is 10 episodes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's enough Castlevania game lore to supply a.
Oh yeah, there's like a ton.
Okay, so there you go. Which makes me think.
And even with this, they're just kind of like doing kind of their own thing, but like similar enough to the games to where like it. Because, especially with
Legion,
this series, is that it's loosely based on the third NES game, which has the minimum amount of story to have a game go on.
And here's the cool thing is I know of Castlevania. I played Aria Sario, and so I know the gist of how the game works. We were fighting monsters and Dracula's the main villain, and that's enough to get the bare bones of it. And this show's done a good job of presenting that to the audience as well, where you don't have to play the games or know the games in order to like keep up with it. I think you get more out of it because when you and Hiro and I were watching that one episode of season 2 and they played a song from the game, you all were like, "Holy shit, that's amazing!" And I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" So that being said, beautiful animation. It's gorgeous. Like the characters. Season 3 was a bit, I don't know. I have my complaints, but I won't get into it too much. Just some directions they went in that I wasn't like really.
Yeah, I like the comparison that you made, and I also seen other people made about how with the writing in the show and especially the dialogue is very similar to how Game of Thrones was.
Yeah. There's some moments where you just sit down, it's just 2 characters talking it out. And it's very, because if dialogue is not sharp and done right, it's boring. And then it's like, oh my God, this is just dragging it out. But if it's on point, like not only does it make it like raise the stakes, it's also making these characters, I don't know, add depth to them.
Yeah, like having characters like question their motivation sometimes.
That was huge. Yeah, when that character was talking to that sea captain guy was kind of questioning his motives. He's like, well, what am I doing? You know, what is it to be human? That was a good moment of self-reflection, because it's not just, you know, all vampires are evil, all humans are good. It's like, no, this is a very morally gray universe, and you can't really make assumptions for anybody, which I like. It's good. I think they'll probably do a season 4 to raise the stakes, season 5 to wrap things up. So, but visually though, it's gorgeous. I mean, the fight and Trevor and the demons, it's just, oh god, I love it. It's beautiful. That alone's worth watching. You know, for that alone as an element of the show makes it worth watching, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my thoughts.
Is it on Netflix?
Yep.
Yeah, Netflix.
Cool.
You'll like it, Sarah. You'll like sci-fi a lot, actually.
Sarah's like, the next one is in line. We just got a super chat from Apple Sours. Says, hey guys, gonna miss the stream because work, but just wanted to say hi and wish you guys a good stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Apple Sours. Hope you have a good day, good time at work. Yeah. Taking on that, I'm guessing, night shift.
Yeah.
Man. Nighttime is the right time. How's your 2 weeks? You want to know my weeks?
Yeah, how's your 2 weeks?
My 2 weeks. What have I done?
You went to Florida in the last 2 weeks, or was that previous?
I think that was previous.
Okay, fine.
But
we went to Disneyland, and it was super busy despite everything.
Yeah, we're brave.
Do you all think they will close things down now that things are starting to heat up?
I don't know. Like I've read that, you know, they're obviously like keeping tabs, or like they're closely surveying the situation, but I think, you know, they've only closed twice before.
I don't know. I mean, like, I have my opinions, but I don't know. To me, I'm just like wondering, like, at what point do we do more harm than good? Like, if you shut down Disneyland,
you won't be able to see Nick and Judy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Nick's infected!
Like, guys, nah. I don't know. I'm almost even afraid to speculate. I'm gonna say I hope not. I hope that it doesn't get to that point where they feel that's necessary. I hope, again, everyone, wash your damn hands. Come on.
But here's the thing, though. It's there's just enough ignorant people where it's like, shit, it just takes one to slip through. I mean, if Tom Hanks isn't safe, then who is?
I mean,
you know, honest to God, if I'm getting real with this topic, like it's one of those things where it's like, don't panic, be vigilant. You know, acknowledge its existence, be ready to combat it, but don't let it freak you out to where you run under a rock and hide there.
No.
But at the same time, like, I do understand the logistics and the logic of shutting down some of these big places, because I mean, it's a virus, it gets around. Yeah. So if it does get into like a vendor hall where people are shaking hands at like Comic-Con, that shit could jump to thousands of people and then take off to other countries. And it's like, fuck, now it just blew off. And I get that. But I guess the question is how much of society you put on pause.
Yeah.
I mean, what's like, how far can we drop before it's like we're losing our ability to function? So I applaud schools and I guess people who are like, let's play it safe. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you lose a couple of bucks, so be it. You'll live.
Yeah, well, with schools, like that, it's only going to help. You know, like, it's not like, oh, doing this is going to endanger things. If they have the capabilities of, because a lot of the schools are going online for, you know.
Yeah, count your blessings for that.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's good. What is this? I just saw that. I just got a text. We're getting live updates here on the coronavirus. Apparently, travel's been shut down.
Yeah,
travel's been shut down to Europe, and then the NBA just suspended its season.
What?
The whole season?
They suspended the season?
Yeah,
because I know for the NCAA for the college basketball.
Phil DeFranco just said it right here. The NBA season has been suspended.
Interesting. Because with the NCAA, they're still going to have the games, but there's just going to be no audience.
Wow, that's
There's going to be no spectators.
Paleo, about how there's a double-edged sword to this, where of course a virus like this that's deadly, potentially, and it has been proven that it can be. It's kind of making us wake up, and hopefully we'll all learn collectively where it's like we got to take care of everybody, because if one person's sick and it gets around, then it all comes tumbling down. So give your workers enough health care, let them take sick paid off or sick time off that's paid. Let's take care of our society.
I like that one tweet that said like, well, I guess we're gonna find out which meetings could just be done with an email now.
I just saw that.
Yeah. Which jobs are completely pointless.
Gabe's like, I'm going to California. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is, I mean, honestly, and this is a topic I'm completely fine with us, because it's something that's on everybody's mind right now.
Yeah, we're all thinking of it.
Yeah, again, it's like you said, it's interesting of how far with businesses shutting down and whatnot, it's like, at one point, for some businesses, there's probably going to be a breaking point, like small businesses, like,
there's like a bunch of Airbnbs that like set up. They're like they don't have like any bookings because like people just aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the NBA went the route of just shutting everything down, like canceling a whole season. I don't know. Like, call me naive and optimistic, but that sounds really extreme. But
again, if all it takes is one. So
but I mean, it's not like if you get it, you're dead. Like, like obviously there are people who are susceptible to having a really bad round with, if they get this, elderly people that are at risk, with weakened immune systems, but on the same, it's, people are recovering from this virus at the same token. So I'm just like, that's where I'm looking at this, like, okay, how far is too far with how
look
people
at
are taking it?
South Korea is such a fantastic example of how to handle this, because their cases are on the decline. And here's the thing, though, is even if it's on the decline, you have to be vigilant because it can bounce back. Okay, you let your guard down for one crucial moment and someone gets to an airport and passes it along. It's tough. Like, I mean, a vaccine can't come soon enough. I should have posed with Paleo where it's like, those anti-vaxxers been really quiet lately, and someone's like, bro, they're dead. They're all gone.
We just got a super chat, by the way, from Missy.
That's Missy.
Woo! Thank you, Missy. Says, adding more color. Hello, everyone. Nice to see / chat with everyone again. Been working very hard at getting the government's VPN networking up and active to prepare for mandatory home teleworking. See, Missy is on it, everybody. Single-handedly gonna help us out. But yeah, like you see Jack Spite in here in the chat.
Remember that pig flu?
He says that happened a couple years ago. Whatever happened to that?
A couple years ago. That was like a decade ago.
The best thing that anybody can do for themselves, all of you, all of us, is just be informed on what the virus is, what it's doing, the symptoms to look out for, because right now, while it is a big deal, there are people that are blowing this. I saw somebody posting today on Twitter talking about how millions of people have already died, and I'm like, no, that's not correct. like it's just we're past the level of hysteria already. So just be informed. Don't contribute to the hysteria. It's a matter of just just educate yourselves. The information is out there. Find it from the credible sources.
Yeah. Well, there's that one girl who posted a tweet where she's like, Purell doesn't do anything. Don't buy it. And it got like 500,000 retweets or something like that. And she's like, I'm a scientist. And I'm talking about it. And folks are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, Purell does help. Not as much as soap and hot water, because the soap apparently like does something where like the fattiness of the soap like makes it really hard for the coronavirus to survive or something like that, or like at least pass along. But like that misinformation, it can be deadly. Like the Purell is an icing on the cake. Is it worth buying in massive bulk and spending thousands of dollars on it? Absolutely not. See, that level of lunacy is unacceptable. When folks are like, I'm going to go to the store and buy all the bullets, all the guns, all the toilet paper, and all the soup. It's like, stop it. You're the one who causes shortages. God damn it. Like, stop. So, I don't know. I'm with you, Reyes. I agree. It's cool minds and heads will prevail if we're all being smart about this and logical. And it will require some sacrifices, but denying its existence, denying it's a problem, that's suicide. So, yeah. And look at the stock market. It's been tanking these last few days. It's been awful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, talking about...
I've lost $400 on it. I hate this. It's probably going to turn around here soon. Oh, never mind. You lost money.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully... The thing is that it does feel like to me, or it seems, that in a lot of factors, a lot of places, people are taking this seriously. Governments are taking this seriously, and taking, again, some routes I go, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Some I go, seriously, okay, but no matter what, like little steps will help to, big steps obviously will too, but even little steps, and again, every individual is responsible for helping and preventing as much as they can. Wash your hands every chance you get. Touch as little as you can. Do not put your damn fingers in your mouth.
Wash your hands.
It's so important to wash your hands, check your page, whatever that was. It's hopefully this will be a lesson we don't soon forget. Like, wash your hands and keep your hands to yourself and don't touch your face. Like, that should be status quo all the time. So
yeah. And again, I was just gonna leave it at again. If you get it, if you're young, if you're in good health, it's not gonna be fun. It's you're sick, but if you take care of yourself, it's not the end of the world. So it's like
3% out of 100 or something like that. Well, duh. But like it's just it's something to be serious about, but don't let it like completely break you either.
Nah. We're a panicky we'll be okay. And if we're not, no one's gonna be around to tell me that I was wrong. So take that
and drink your water. and get some vitamin D.
How's that for hysteria?
Remember to drink your Ovaltine.
And I also have heard that buying Zootopia merchandise will keep you safe.
Thank you so much for talking over me.
What did you say?
Remember to drink your Ovaltine.
Ovaltine! Drink your Ovaltine. My phone's going crazy.
All right.
You can just hear Sarah so tiny in the background. She's like, remember to drink it. By the way,
hi, Hirosashii.
That's the tiniest voice in the background says, thank you for
So we got Hirosashii in the house. How you doing?
I'm eating grapefruit.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Are you eating something?
I'm eating grapefruit. I have been on a grapefruit kick.
Nice.
Lately. This stuff is so delicious. Oh my goodness.
Grapefruit has the vitamin D, doesn't it?
Oh no, I just like it. I know it's not bad for me.
That's good.
I've been all right. I guess I'm working from home now. I guess that's what I'm doing.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I guess that's the thing now. There was a con I wanted to go to in North Carolina on the 20th. Probably not going to happen. It seems like every hour there's a new news update. Some like you were saying, like some of it I feel like is overreactive hysteria. Some of it's like, okay, yeah, that's a real thing. But like I think with the overreactive hysteria part of it, this con's gonna get canceled. So.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I feel MomoCon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, MomoCon's already sent out like an emails about like they don't have any plans to cancel at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But to take precaution when coming.
See, I'm skeptical because like it's this week where I think it's starting to become loud and clear to us. Because last week was more of like, oh, it's coming, prepare. How is this going to happen? And now this week, seeing like again, just a fucking few minutes ago, NBA, closing its shop for a season, banning travel to Europe. I think it's starting to become it's starting to sink in where it's like, oh shit, yeah, this is getting real. So the question is, how long will it last? We'll be gone, by end of April, hopefully. I don't want to miss MomoCon. I love it. I love it so much. I've been looking forward to it all year. But like, I don't know. At the same time, I won't fault an organization for putting the health of its attendees before anything else. That's the quality of their character. For what it's worth, Winnie City, I feel 100% confident with, because Charlie's really great con chair. He's very proactive, and also it's a small con outside of Schaumburg. It's just so unlikely. I feel like you're more likely to get it. Not more likely. It's like a small get together of friends, and as long as you're being hygienic and not touching each other, then you should be fine.
Yeah, and again, it comes back to as long as people are informed and aware, like it's not like everyone's. Hopefully, there's nobody left that's like, what? There's a virus that I should start washing my hands. It's like, it's serious. So it's like, it's not everyone else are washing their hands, so I'll be fine. I didn't realize people didn't wash their hands.
Yeah,
as much as I found out lately.
Only 19% of the population actively washes their hands after using the bathroom.
What? I'm sorry. Excuse me. 19%.
Yeah.
I think that's the statistic.
Well, that's the percent that will be strong enough to survive.
All I gotta say is me being I not a big version of one, but I do feel like I fall into a very light version of a germaphobe. I'm like. Now's my time. I was prepared for this. They're telling me to do everything I do every day. I'm good.
Good man. Good man. All right, well, let's move on to a better topic.
This one says 66%
I don't know.
of Americans.
There's a whole bunch of different.
And they all have different ones. How about we talk about Pokemon?
I'm sorry. 100%. 99% is not good enough. I need 100%.
Yeah, come on. This isn't unforgivable. You want to talk about Pokemon?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Pokemon.
There was that Netflix thing that came out, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution.
I watched it.
I've got a spoiler screen.
Do it. Put it up, even though, is it really spoilers? This is a movie that actually
it's like a remake of the exact same movie.
Sarah's probably proud of the spoiler screen.
There's people who still
She wanted to make it.
Oh, wait. I forgot that I still had this one up. I have two versions of the spoiler screen. I don't know which one I want to do, because this one's just the still version.
Okay, sure.
And then there's a
Oh, I know which one you want to do.
I know, but I don't know if people are going to get too tired of it. And not, you know what? I did Sonic doing the floss last time, so I think people
it's
are going
Meowth. Would people actually be sick of Meowth?
Honestly, Team Rocket were the best looking group in this entire film.
Agreed. 100%.
It's almost as if the creators just wanted to make this movie to make Team Rocket look chef's kiss.
What did you think about Jessie's body? It was, I liked her hair, I liked her face, but her waist was incredibly thin.
Isn't it thin in the anime though?
Yes, but I thought he was even more so in this. But it's not a complaint, it's an observation.
I don't know. I didn't.
Ash, Brock, and Misty.
Yeah, the other humans just don't. The nostrils.
Yeah,
it's the nostrils and the eyes, maybe a little way too far apart from each other. Just
that's why the reason I just didn't even bother watching it, because I was like, this looks ugly, and if it's gonna be an exact remake, I don't even want to watch it.
Yeah. It's almost an exact remake. They did change a couple things. I think they changed the way Team Rocket comes in, because in the original movie they come in on a Viking boat and they do that.
That's what Laura
said. This one it's a Lapras boat and they do a little jingle, which that was fun.
But what about the Minnesota Vikings?
And they actually, one thing that I definitely noticed is that they changed some of what the people say while all the Pokemons are fighting, and especially the whole interactions between two of the Meowths, which I feel were some of the better interactions in the original movie. This remake also in general just made everything feel 10 times slower than they really needed to be. Everything just felt this whole movie just felt like it was in half speed.
Yeah. Dude, I fell asleep.
Yeah. I don't know how they managed it, but it was just so boring.
Yeah, it was weird. It almost felt like they were missing Like, I'd have to go back and watch the original.
Like, I
It
think-
feels like they're missing, like, camera cuts, and they're just like, just stick on this
Like
one.
I don't know, like it's the way they like shot it, like maybe too zoomed out in some shots, and like maybe their setting was just way too big because Jeffrey was telling me that
It felt empty.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Jeffrey was saying. That he's like, it just feels empty.
I feel like
And I'm
that's a
I
Thank
feel
sign.
like they
Thank
make
you.
their settings
Thank
too
you.
big.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I always feel
I
like
completely
that's a sign
agree.
of like
I feel-
I don't. It feels like a smaller budget when you have a movie that has a big open space with nothing going on and just characters. I go, this feels low budget. Maybe it's not, but
Yeah.
it just gives off that feeling. Saber would
Agreed.
know. He's seen low budget movies.
Too often do I see him. No, I'm completely with you. When I was watching it with Laura, I was like, damn, this seems so empty.
Yeah.
Like, why does it feel like there's so much empty space? Like this, the laboratory with Mewtwo.
Yeah.
It's like, what's all this space? Like, I get distance for cameras and cinematography and whatever, but like, it just didn't translate well over into computer animation.
Yeah.
And the hair, Misty looked creepy. Brock,
Yeah.
Brock's voice. I mean, like, a 31-year-old watching this, I'm like, oh fuck, Brock, you were just the ultimate simp, dude. Stop. Like, get out of here. I don't know. It's one of those moments where I was watching and I was like, I should just turn this off and watch the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Like I went into it being a little bit hopeful, being just like, if it's like a 1-to-1 and it's done well, fine. But like I think 30 seconds in, when the scientists walk into like the ancient ruins and I see the quality of the animation on those people, I'm like, oh, okay, this is the kind of movie it's gonna be. And I think the animations lacked for certain characters.
At least that Dragon Quest movie we watched looked good.
Yes, I told Laura that too. I said, compared to Dragon Quest, that one looked much more competent. This one felt rushed. And there are some shots where they get close to the skin. We can see the texture of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Even then, I'm like, this looks, it's close, but it's a little lacking. Something's missing.
Yeah.
And that's the entire movie, where it's like, you guys got close, but it's off enough to be noticeable. It doesn't feel right.
Did Nintendo do any supervision for like this film or anything, or is it just?
No,
No, like Pokemon is like sort of its own entity
Okay.
compared to
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Okay. Because I was feeling like a lot of the like scenery and stuff, it looks a little like, even though there's like subtle textures, it looks a little plasticky. And I feel
Yeah,
like
agree.
that's something
Yeah.
that Nintendo's kind of like, that's their aesthetic, that they're kind of like, toyetic and plasticky a little bit.
Paleo
I don't know.
is, Paleo. I've asked, so what you've said about Nintendo, I've assumed as well, and I've mentioned that to Paleo, exactly what Paleo said. It's become abundantly clear after realizing that, where it's like, yeah, Pokemon is like its own thing.
Mhm.
It's like, it kind of makes abundantly clear where it's like, oh, that's why, like, there's a bit more of a weirdness to it, where there are corners cut.
Mhm.
While Nintendo is like, let me get my white glove and like check for dust. Like, it's perfect.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, like the Pokemon game that came out recently, a lot of folks. Paleo, I mean, what do you think? Have you yet to play it? Have you?
No, I didn't buy it.
I played it. It was fine. It was like
Okay.
it wasn't. I think my favorite game that I've played of Pokemon in a while, like the last good one, was X and Y for me. Where like X and Y, I felt like that was a good experience, and I think the others since have been kind of just like, like I haven't touched Pokemon, like I haven't even booted it up again to potentially catch the legendary Pokemon in the game.
Yeah,
because,
like the
I beat the
it's like-
last people, and I'm like, okay, that's good.
yeah, because the expansion thing that they're doing with it, it looks interesting with the stuff with that. But I'm just sort of kind of waiting for the next generation now to just see why. Like, okay, this was your first like entry or first generation on the Switch, which is like much more powerful than a 3DS.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see like if they can actually like take advantage of that, which it doesn't quite seem like it so far. But I think the next generation they might be able to.
May I make a quick observation since we're talking about Nintendo and whatnot? Was that Hero? Who we lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
He might be having issues. He'll figure it out. So something I've been noticing a surge in as of late. that I've been just enjoying the hell out of it, and I've also been just kind of like my jaw dropping is, have you all been seeing the surge of these Zelda players from Breath of the Wild pulling off some of the most insane maneuvers ever?
Oh yeah.
Like,
game's a treasure trove.
No, yeah,
Those
like
kinds of people.
flipping the guardians and everything.
I love it. Laura still needs to play Breath of the Wild, and I think there was a thread on Reddit where it's like, what's a game you could erase from your mind and play all over again? I would, if I could have it my way, I'd pick World of Warcraft back in 2005.
Yeah.
But Breath of the Wild is a very close second because that game is just so freaking good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, honestly, Undertale though, like
Really?
absolutely, pretty much with no question.
Damn. Yeah, so we should play that again, you and me, because we played it together.
Yeah.
And I remember we did a Let's Play back in 2015. Good times. I felt like a lifetime ago.
That was fun.
When we were young children.
All right.
Naive.
Does anybody have anything else to say about Mewtwo
to
Strikes
say
Back?
to say about Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, I mean the Mewtwo Strikes Back thing, but no.
I have something to say about Pokemon.
Okay.
I found my cards.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have? Can I have them?
He's got.
No.
Actually, you know what? I marked your rare cards that you have.
You marked them.
Yeah. No. Well, I didn't mark them. Like, I put a little sticky note on them saying what they were.
She's been there. There she goes. So I've mentioned this for the last couple shows.
Shiny Charizard though.
No shiny cards.
Hey. Oh.
Yeah. But so I've been cleaning out my garage, or my parents' garage. I've had a lot of just junk that's been sitting in there. But I knew that I still had my Pokemon cards, and these are OG Pokemon cards. Are some of these Generation 1? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Most of them are. They've been sitting in boxes for the past 15 years.
Alright, he's got a holographic Kangaskhan.
I have a holographic that.
He's got a holographic Vaporeon and Chansey and Mew.
I have that.
And Venomoth is also holographic.
I have a Mew.
Yeah. He's got a Dragonite.
I have a Dragonite.
And
I don't know what any of
I think
these.
that's all of your rare card. Wait, hold on, actually.
There's some marks.
You got some Pinsir, you got a shiny Parasect.
Wait, so you actually went through this whole thing and figured out which ones were rare?
Yeah, but based on there's like a little icon.
Yeah, they got a star on the lower right.
Oh.
But yeah, he's got some decent cards.
Uncommon cards.
Yeah, he's got uncommons.
No,
and he's
uncommons
got
have a diamond.
rares, and he's got holographic rares.
Yeah. I also have lots of the energy symbol ones.
Should I take off the spoiler screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now people are gonna not be spoiled.
Shut up. There's people that haven't seen the original.
No, I was talking about for my cards.
Okay.
Shut up.
All right.
Did you say I have a bunch of the energy symbol ones?
All right.
Do you mean energies?
Energy cards?
Yeah, they look like electricity. I never played.
Yeah. From the sounds of it, you have the Wizards of the Coast cards.
I also
which
have
are the best iteration.
I also have water drop cards. And
You have
Water
Magic the
energy
Gathering
cards?
I do have Magic the Gathering cards. I bought those with my cousin. Oh, are those rare too?
Maybe.
Does anyone care about Magic the Gathering? I don't know.
Pretty overrated game. No one really talks about it, you know.
So next up on our itinerary, and as we mentioned earlier, we will not even touch or hint at spoilers for this, but we put Onward down on our itinerary. Sarah and I saw it last night. I don't think anyone else in the podcast has yet seen it. Is that correct?
I've seen it.
You've seen it, Hiro. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, so Hiro and Saber have not seen it.
Wait, Onward. I'll back off, and if y'all
Okay.
play Onward.
Well, we're not going to talk about spoilers.
Yeah, but he might not even want to hear
okay.
what we thought.
Okay.
That's how I am.
All right, yeah, I want to go on 100% raw. Be back.
Okay.
I'm dry.
Hiro, how about you?
Oh no, I'm not. Go ahead, dude.
All right, so let's first talk about the. I was gonna make a joke and I didn't even want to. I was gonna make a joke about so this person and then this person, like as if I was gonna mention spoilers, and I'm like, I can't do that. That'd be mean. Yeah. So we're not talking spoilers, but we are talking, I guess, just general thoughts. Yeah. Paleo, what did you think of Onward?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It was I think like the later, like the final act of it is like really good, and I wish the rest of the movie was like that.
Okay. I know for me, there's a certain scene that just resonated beyond anything else, and I don't want to spoil it in any way.
Yeah.
But I will say I loved the van.
Yeah.
The van was just
The van.
Star of the movie.
Yeah.
What's the
Guinevere.
Guinevere.
Yeah.
Guinevere, yeah.
It was very good.
What did you think of the movie, sir?
I liked it. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like the trailers and the marketing didn't do it any favors. It didn't do it any justice. Like, cause I had, you know, I was kind of feeling the same way that just about everybody was, where it's just like because, you know, the way in the trailers that it's all presented, it's like just like bottom of the barrel sort of like jokes being like, oh, you know, trolls are like toll people in this world.
I expected it to be like
garden gnomes are gardeners and
like a modern day Shrek is what I expected.
Yeah.
Like we have fantasy characters in roles that you're like, oh, okay. So.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a fun film. Touching. In my case, it's a bit personal, I would say. Like a lot of like the topics, you know, brought up in the film. Yeah. I'm like, ugh.
Which per the trailer, you know, in ways.
I knew what I was getting into.
But then like you said, like even like into the movie, it hits even closer. But it's
like. With that final act, when they explore that, that's where I feel like the rest of the movie kind of lacks.
Yeah.
Where that final act, I think, is like perfect, but the lead up to it, there's a lot of things that I just feel like are missed potential with the world in general too.
Yeah.
Which what I said in my video about it is that I think the world isn't explored enough.
It's kind of like, you know, the basic sort of like...
Yeah.
They do focus a lot on certain things, certain types of characters, and so I can see that. Like again, I'm not getting into specifics, but I'll just say, like the gas station scene, for example. Yeah. You know, that I'm thinking of, where it's like they were on it for a while.
You know, it's weird because like with that scene, you know. Because it's in the trailer where there's the pixie bikers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is in like every single Road Trip movie ever. It was in Sonic too.
You're right. So, anything else you guys want to say about Onward?
Yeah,
I think it could make a good like spin-off series on Disney Plus if they wanted to with that world that they have.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. I just wish they hadn't bunged up the marketing so much for this movie because I do feel like it's really good.
Really bad time too.
Yeah. Yeah. I like especially like the Cyclops thing. God damn it! Why do you do this stupid stuff?
For anyone that
you could have just not said anything.
Yeah, for anyone that's missing context, Disney came out announcing that, all right,
first LGBT character,
openly gay, and again, it's
banned.
Was that Saber?
I think
no.
so. Oh,
that was me.
Oh, that was you. I'm like, did he just come back in?
That was a great Saber impression.
Wow.
It sounded so much like.
I wasn't even trying to impress. No, I like to do an impression of him.
So yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. At least for now, before we probably get into it more. Maybe next podcast we'll actually.
Yeah, we'll go into depths.
All right. Well, we can let Saber know that he can come back in. While we do that, oh, Paleo beat you. Just looking at our itinerary.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, there.
No, we're good. We're good. I'm trying to think if we.
Is there anything else?
What else is new in the world, Paleo? As far as
Oh, I was actually going to bring up something because
Okay.
it was announced yesterday.
do it.
Because like people have been very antsy about a Nintendo Direct coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And out of nowhere, Lego posted on their Twitter like it's a me, Lego Mario, and they showed like a Lego figure Mario, and people were like, "What?"
Hi, Saber.
So yeah, like Lego and Nintendo are apparently doing something together,
Nice.
which could be sets, could be some kind of game thing. I'm hoping for sets,
Mhm.
though both would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
thought
would
you
love
said-
some Lego
I thought you
sets
said
of Mario.
sex.
And yesterday
I want some
was
Lego
Mario
sets.
Day.
Sex. Lego
It was-
sex.
Ew. It was Mario Day yesterday.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's been raining over here. That's a bit of news because it never rains over here, really.
That is true. It's been raining pretty good.
That's good.
It's actually supposed to rain like all week.
Yeah.
Today
Tomorrow
was like
it'll
our
be
one break.
thunderstorms.
Ooh. Oh, so we had some thunderclap yesterday,
Yeah, like
And-
one little thunderclap.
and Sarah texts me right after it, and I'm standing with some of my coworkers watching the rain, because in California it's exciting when it rains, and we
and
all
even
stop.
more exciting when it thunders.
Oh yeah, and like without missing a beat, Sarah texts me. What did you text me?
Somebody has stolen my thunder
Like,
from the tiki room
Yep. I was like,
after the lightning
no,
strike.
it was good. It was well played. So yeah, dove into that and
Yeah.
Saber, do you have any other topics you want to bring up? We've kind of exercised some of our others that we had.
I wanted to bring up a topic.
Okay.
We'll talk about how online humor has evolved.
Ooh.
So, isn't it pretty remarkable to think that, like, okay, we'll shelve like the actual like 2000s to like 2010 because that was just an age of like Newgrounds, YTMD, E-Bombs World, stuff like that. Just the fact you can make anything at all and put on the internet was like enough to be like, whoa. I recall, I think Jim Gizriel was saying like, just being able to make his own animated show with Knock Force was enough to get views on Newgrounds. But I guess getting to it, from 2010 onward to 2019, it's funny how it's like top text, bottom text stuff, just, oh, wow, observational stuff. Isn't this relatable kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess what I'm getting at entirely is how there's such like irony to online humor and a bit of surrealism where it's like, what they call them, deep fried memes, where it's like we're no longer trying to be genuinely funny, we're trying to be fucking ridiculous, and that's and that's good enough. And I also have a theory that in a typical fashion, our parents arriving online and them doing the genuine humor drove our generation to go to more extremes with absurd humor. And it's like, when your fridge is empty at 3 a.m. and it's a deep fried Squidward with red eyes, like shooting lasers, because it's like so ridiculous. I'll be real with you. I love that kind of humor. I love surreal, absurd humor because it's so like abstract, but it's in a way that ridiculousness makes it hilarious. It's like, I love it.
One of I laugh because like Yav on Facebook. So I've seen this whole thing where people have been like memes in 2000, memes in 2010, memes in 2015, and then memes now, and it's like this progression of like neon cat to like like is it like the most absurd, nonsensical, but you're just like what?
And here's the thing: is there's a bit of exceptions where like YTMD was the site that I went to for my first online site. I didn't really do E-bomb. I went to E-bombs and Newgrounds, but Y2D was what sucked me in.
You hear the man now?
And there was a level of absurdity to it, with just crazy things, and I was just sitting in awe where I'm like, wow, look at these guys making amazing things. And because back then, again, just being able to make something was good enough for having an audience.
Remember when you actually surfed the web?
Right?
Like going to other sites, was like, hey, have you heard of this website?
that went out the door, because you mentioned this, Paleo, how it's like there's like 4 or 5 core websites now. Like, everything's been gobbled up. Not to say that there aren't small sites out there, but the adventurous spirit of getting out there and exploring is no longer really there. It's all about, let's go to Facebook, YouTube, Google, Pornhub. And but the core sites that kind of ate everything else up. Like YTMD is gone. It's just, I don't know. It's incredible just seeing how things evolve and continue to evolve and get worse. Actually,
I want to go back to the time where everybody was putting Nigel Thornberry's face on everything.
That was a fun time. For what it's worth, guys. For what it's worth, I think that all of us had such a fun and we got lucky where we got to go on to the ground floor of the pony stuff, because I have a theory, and I know Paleo, you've mentioned this before too, where it's like the early 2000s was, again, animation kind of stepping back into the limelight, where it's like, okay, we're back and there's ways for this to circulate with Adventure Time, regular show, Milo Pony. And then Milo Pony itself, being the craziest shitstorm that it was on 4chan, kind of lended itself over to YouTube, where it's like, what a fun thing, what a fun common denominator for creators to work with. And it exploded like a renaissance of content being made. And we all got to go have fun with that. It was a certain innocence to it, and just like straight up fun, like just go crazy, go nuts, make PMVs, make songs, make art, whatever, have fun. And I feel like those days are gone, not as in being able to create, but that level of innocence of like, we're all here to have a goddamn good time. And that's it. And I miss those days.
Well, I feel like kind of what almost made it bold and italicized was that there was that camaraderie where it was kind of a us versus the world thing going on, where, we got it. We knew why we were getting into it, but then people were just all about, there was pushback. There were trolls online that were going after people, and obviously news stations picking it up and going, well, what the heck's going on? What's wrong with these guys of this age? And I don't know. It added to. I'd almost say it added to the fun of it. We're just
it added to the appeal. It made it seem rebellious and kind of a rogue thing to do. Yeah. And that's what caught me. Is I remember seeing the show and then seeing it surge on like Know Your Meme or whatever. And I was like, oh, that sounds weird. And I was just seeing all the creations coming from it. I'm like, this is some really cool advanced stuff at the time. I kind of want to look more into it and get involved. And that's what happened. I made a project about it. And in the process of making a project, I got sucked into it. So, it's like a drug dealer. Hey, I haven't hit a pinkie pie. I'm hooked.
So and not to tangent away from the topic, but one thing I guess that you could say is in MLP news, which I've been laughing at this week, is apparently somebody released the Fluttershy voice to text.
Yes,
I love it. Cheers,
it's amazing.
Oh man, I'm just gonna throw it out there. The day and age we live in, where this technology is like a thing, blows my mind.
Yeah.
Same thing with deepfakes. Same thing with deepfake visually for faces and deepfakes for audio. Because apparently the person who's making this is from MIT, and they're working on a Rick and Morty one right now. I'm like, oh god, here we go.
I'm just hoping they'll do the rest of the main 6, because they got Twilight and Fluttershy.
I want Rainbow Dash so badly. I'm an asshole.
I think the first thing I saw with the Fluttershy one was somebody having her read the entire script to a B movie.
Oh yeah, I posted like the beginning of that, but then somebody like posted like, oh yeah, somebody put the entire script on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's also the one where it has Twilight doing the Navy SEAL copy pasta. That's
Yeah, I
good.
love that.
So good stuff. I love it. It's so much fun. And I feel like this is just the beginning. Like, wait till later in the decade, and there'll be stuff where it's like seamless.
Is this thing public access? How do I find it?
Yeah.
Sarah's looking for it now.
Link it to me.
Sarah's like, we don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna link it. Hold on.
We can have Fluttershy as a special guest. Fluttershy, which ab of Jack's Blades is your favorite? Oh, well. That's the best part, I thought, was how everyone was using it to Fluttershy talk to Jack's Blade. Saber put one of those together.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, good.
All right, there you go.
Thank
Just
you.
select a My Little Pony and then the character, either Twilight or Fluttershy.
Oh my gosh, guys, the future is now.
It really is. It really is.
Oh, okay, so there's the...
Oh, there's Gladys.
Yeah, Gladys. I remember seeing this one the other day. You have to...
Oh, Wiggler! Sorry. Alright.
It's great that there's one for Sans from Undertale.
Trying to type in it, but it's not working. Please take a few moments to read the about.
Yeah,
page.
it takes a while before it like finishes.
Fine.
Oh, so it has to like load.
That's
Yeah.
a generate too.
Okay.
It's fun for the people in the audience. Make sure you credit the people. It's 15 AI. I think it's the name of the person. Yeah, there it is.
Yep, 15 AI.
Really cool tool. They're from. I think they're part of an MIT program.
That's great.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Good work. Looking forward to see what they do next. Well, let me see if this works here, guys. I'm gonna put my headphones up here. Ready? There you go.
Zootopia is the worst movie I've ever seen. Only Freeze watch that shit.
You know, it didn't come through loud enough. I don't think we picked that one up, Saber. Sorry.
Yeah.
Zootopia, worst movie I've ever seen. Only Freeze watch that shit.
Okay, there it is. I don't like that.
Yeah, I had a good time messing with that yesterday. It was fun.
Man. Oh gosh. So
I spent like an hour trying to make mine sound as good as possible, and I was like, this took an hour of my time. Just making Fluttershy say some stupid nonsense.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna try some.
I'm gonna try it. It's generating.
Shit.
I wasn't ready for this. I just want to know if it takes this long. Whoops. Sorry. Alright, there's a little play button. Here we go.
And actually, Zootopia is the best movie in the history of Disney animated films.
Zootopia.
You revealed how I'm transferring my audio here.
Zootopia.
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 That's like a fine wine. It's a Zootopia. Oh, God.
I think the program has issues with punctuation, which throws it off. So you have to abandon commas, apostrophes, and shit like that. You only do periods and question marks and exclamation points, I believe.
Cool.
That's still so, like, it's, from everything I've heard, I've been impressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is really good.
All right, y'all ready for this one? I got one ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Judy and Nick will never get married. I mean, for fuck's sake, how could a fox spend his feet inside a bunny's pussy? That's totally...
Wow.
Like, it actually sounds like she's getting mad. Like, that's why I'm impressed.
Yeah, she's getting really mad about it.
What was the last part of that message? Because we all started laughing and it cut out.
I'll play it again. All right, ready? Here we
Yeah.
go. I'm putting full blast.
Chitty and Nick will never get married. I mean, for fuck's sake, how could a fox penis fit inside a bunny's pussy? That's totally stupid law.
I'm done. We have fun here at the Semi Perfect Podcast.
We do, don't we? So the best way.
And Sarah furiously typing up replies.
I love that even after the show has ended, we have some weird shit to come in the news for MLP.
Yeah, baby.
Right?
Absolutely. So I think the best thing we could do is probably mute everyone else. So I was just saying on our. Oh wait, no, we can't do that. No. Never mind. Forget I said anything. All right, here comes ours. We're also going full blast.
Here we go.
In class today, we're talking about what ruins Saberspark.
There's a little question on the end there.
Spark.
What ruins Saberspark?
I love it. It's so much fun. I really hope they do Rainbow Dash next so I can really just rip into her. I'm Rainbow Dash and I'm a stupid ass.
well, Jax is like laughing really hard at the one that you posted, Saber.
Oh yeah, I jumped hard at that one.
Awesome.
I had fun with Jax where I was like, Florish, I was like, stop tapping at me, leave me alone, read a book, read a book. Oh, Jax. Jax's laughter is like a fucking it's like an earthquake shooting ripples out where it's like, it's gonna get worse. Well, brace yourself.
We just posted it for in the live chat for anyone that wants to have fun.
Hold tight real fast. The creator made a request saying if you do post on Twitter, please give them a shout out.
Oh, it wasn't on Twitter. We posted in the chat. But again, 15 AI.
The link to the So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go on, Saber.
No. The same folks who posted to their Twitter or anywhere on the internet, just give shouts out to 15 AI because they did some good work.
Oh yeah, they deserve it. This had to have been quite a bit of work that went into this, and it's very good. It's.
Oh my God! Can you imagine a Dusty Cat version of this? Hi, I'm Dusty, and I.
We don't need that. We have Gabe.
You're right.
Jaxblade, stop fapping to me. Go read a book.
Oh my God.
I hope Dusty's not watching right now.
I'm about to say you're right. That's the kind of guy who will punch in the shoulder in real life because he will remember.
He's slapped you in the face multiple times.
I've been punched by him. I've been slapped by him. I've been kissed by him. That man is the definition of sporadic romantic. I swear. I love him. I love him to death. I love Dusty.
People were
Dusty's the kind of guy where if some asshole was causing you shit, he might knock him out for you. So you gotta be careful because Dusty is he rides and what's that old saying? Ride and die. That's how Dusty is.
Yeah, no, he. Oh, what a guy. We should be seeing. I imagine we'll be seeing him here soon.
Sam Fram.
Yeah, baby.
Hope the Klingons are back, by the way. Especially after this infatuation of Star Trek I'm going through. I really want to go see the Klingons now.
Oh. So
I digress.
But you're going through a whole Star Trek thing?
Oh, I'm just enjoying the hell out of it, especially just the contemplative nature of the show. It's good. I enjoy it. I won't go on a tangent because that's really the general gist of it is it's a fun show. It's good. Makes you think. Really good acting too.
Nice.
It's got a good cheesiness to it, but that's kind of a Star Trek trope at this point. Well, at this point, it always has.
I have seen little to nothing, I think, on Star Trek. Honestly.
Hey, Gabe.
What? All right, so now we have our text to voice here of Dusty Cat.
Intro him.
Yeah. Hi. Cool. I can't do it. I can't do it right now. Hold on. I gotta get my.
He's gotta drop a pair and then.
Yes, I gotta grow an extra pair. My 4 new ones will make up for his 2 originals.
You might need more.
I'm gonna turn on the fan. It's freaking hot in here.
What are you doing to prepare for this? Well, we're about to get into Q&A. Obviously, Black Griffin Gabriel Brown here has arrived. Yeah, as we see, on top of sending in your questions to Twitter, you could also send them through Super Chat. And if you do the Super Chat route, we will prioritize your question, make sure we get to it. Well, we got some time here for questions, and I'm sure allows us to tangent into our random stories and whatnot. But before we do, I want to get into a thing that I've been teasing today, something that I know a lot of people have been waiting on. And here it is, nude pictures of Gabe, everybody. There you go.
Don's OnlyFans account.
So we have, I've mentioned it a number of times, Bronies React has been in the works. Some of you don't believe me anymore. I've had people comment and say, I do not trust your judgment anymore on
It's
the...
been canceled
on the
because of
word
coronavirus.
Oh my God,
No.
Paleo. It has not been canceled because of the coronavirus. Yeah, I feel like I'm at a spot with the project where I can safely announce a release date for it. And for those of you that have stuck it out here at this podcast, you guys deserve to get it first. So again, before I do, I just want to thank you all for your support of the Semi-Perfect podcast and of course support of the Bronies React series. I know that we've had a lot of fun putting those together. I've said this before, I don't intend for this to be the last Bronies React, but it's certainly, us celebrating the end of Generation 4 and what I think is in a big way, and that's as far as I'll go as far as those details. But release date. So, in the past, I've done releases on Saturday mornings. This time around, it's going to actually be different, and it's partially due to my scheduling. We're going to try something a little bit different here for this one. It's going to be on Friday evening, not this Friday, but March 20th. Is when we're going to have the premiere of Bronies React to The Last Problem, the end of MLP Generation 4. It's going to be, I'm going to be scheduling it for Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be off work at that point. The problem is I'm working a huge event that Saturday, and because of our weather here the last few weeks, I can't guarantee that I'll be around Sunday, because if it rains out, that's when they're going to run the show. So I'm like, I'll just do this as a Friday night release. So kind of a big celebration headed into the weekend. Also, I wanted to make sure I got this out before Winnie City, so kind of hidden check marks there. I still have a lot of work that I have left to do, but again, go ahead and mark your calendars. March 20th is going to be the release. 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern time. And for any other time zones, look it up.
And everybody will be off because they took the day off for Animal Crossing. So yeah.
I thought you were gonna make another.
Well, everybody's playing Animal Crossing.
Well, everyone's
Bronies React.
Yeah, everyone's stuck at home anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, Doom Eternal's like, I'm so glad we delayed. Holy shit, this worked.
So yeah,
I cannot wait to play this shit. Holy God Almighty! I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say I thank everybody for your guys' patience. Like I said, I know some people have shown frustration, but deal with it. Bronies React. This was a really big undertaking this time around, and I'm excited for you all to see. It's been so much fun as always to edit these, and yeah, I can't wait to finally have it be released Friday night, March 20th, 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Here, folks. Last Bronies React ever. Don't miss it.
You better get ready to cry.
You better get ready to cry.
Well, we do have some super chats that have come in, so we'll start with those. Nor Mermaid's got a question. Says, what song do you sing or used to wash your hands? Also, no touching.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday is the song that you sing.
That's the one that they teach you to wash your hands.
What?
So,
American Pie.
Nice.
That's nice. Wait, what?
That's a long song.
Exactly.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's the one that they teach you.
Ooh, yeah.
When-
Ooh, they actually teach you to sing Happy Birthday?
Yeah. What the hell's that?
That's.
Check.
Hi.
Hi, Gabe.
Oh my gosh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, were you
Yeah,
talking?
yeah.
the whole time?
I keep saying things, and then I was like, why is everyone ignoring me? And I was like, oh my, it's just
Well,
not
up
working.
until now, none of the things you
So
said were
loud.
very interesting.
Songs to sing
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
washing hands.
Oh my god.
The one in the background of Gabe's. Mike.
Oh no, please don't sing that one.
I don't sing any songs to wash my hands because I'm not 5.
Oh.
Oh snap! I don't wash my hands because I'm not 5. My immune system has been baptized in whatever the heck I touch.
Oh my gosh. Songs to sing.
Straight into my mouth it goes.
Wow, washing hands. This is on today.com.
Number 1, Love on Top by Beyonce.
The Sound of Music from The Sound of Music.
Here's a
Why? Like, what qualifies these as?
Hands Clean by Alanis
Nah,
Morissette.
here's the one. Here's the one to sing. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
No. See, you're all doing it wrong. You're a bunch of wussies, and it's going to cause an even bigger outbreak. What you do is you hold your hands under the scalding water until your skin starts to peel off. Then you take them out of the water.
Okay.
God damn it. You normies are going to be the death of me, I swear.
I like how Living on a Prayer was also one of the songs. The birthday song. You were taught to sing the birthday song?
Yeah. That's like the number 1 thing that people tell you. Like,
Sarah, you should sing it. When you do your
Yeah,
hands
sing
next.
it. Sing
happy
it.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Copyright.
you.
Oh no, we got
Happy
copyright
birthday,
strike.
dear
Copyright
Sarah.
strike.
Happy birthday.
Sarah.
Okay,
to
hey guys,
you.
real quick. Claire called me, and it's kind of important. So any
What's
question?
it now?
We do have a question for you if that was your question.
Okay, yeah. No, go ahead and ask the question.
Nora says, question for Gabe. Yo, my Q is, if you were a superhero, what would your name be and what powers would you have? Stay awesome and love you lots.
Unlucky
If ever
man.
a superhero. My unlucky man. Yes. Yes. Unlucky. Thank you, Steven. That's right. Unlucky man. No, my name would be Black Griffin and my powers would be flight and either force fields or invisibility.
Cool.
And his arch enemies, Canadian Goku.
You can't. No. You can't.
I got one more for you. I got one more for you.
Okay.
Gabe. Malik
sorry,
wants to
Tiger,
know,
wait.
and he said this is specifically for Hero and Gabe, but we'll have you answer, and then we'll come back to Hero. Do you think hard rock will be welcomed back into pop? The way things have been going the past decade, I highly doubt it.
Oh, I think there's turnover and there's fluctuation. I think pop will continue to change and morph, but I don't think hard rock is going to die. I think every genre has a niche and has a following, but the radio is going to play what is in, and what is in will continue to change. So
right.
that's what I think.
And then the last question is your thoughts on the coronavirus.
No way.
Call.
My thoughts on the
Don't take that
coronavirus. That's a
call.
question, really?
No.
No.
Take your
Go
call.
call your loved ones, Theo.
Sarah smacked me. Oh.
Is that
Gabe,
was that a real question?
It's not a real
on
question. He's
the purpose of
joking
life.
with you. He's trying to keep you here. Go take your call.
Oh, I get it. Oh, nice job. Okay, well, I will briefly say what I think about that.
Okay.
I think every
So we
4
got you
years,
anyway.
I think every 4 years, the World Health Organization initiates a freak out because it's good for their publicity and money. I think that it is a concern, but I think it is a very small concern if you consider the amount of cases there actually are. It's influenza, so it should be relatively quick for us to come up with a vaccine. Also, the people who are dying, most of them are 80 and over. And if you want to compare, again, I'm not saying it's not a risk, but what I am saying is compared to other things that no one's freaking out about, like the flu, I challenge all of you, everybody listening, to look up the amount of people who have died from the flu in the U.S. since January.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me if you think that the coronavirus is a bigger threat than that.
Well,
I'll
you know
freaking
what?
wait.
That's why I asked him.
All right, Gabe, go do your thing, bro. We'll be around afterwards if you want to hit us up.
All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you.
Love you
I'm not
too.
signing off. I'm just muting.
All right. He's going to forget
Bye.
to mute, and we're going to hear the
Let's
whole
do
conversation.
Hey, baby. How you doing? Just kidding.
Put that fork down. All right.
So did anyone else have an answer for the Hard Rock?
Here,
Welcome
how
back
about
into
you,
pop.
since that was aimed towards you as well?
The question was like, do I think pop music is gonna get replaced with hard? What was it?
It's
No.
Do you think hard rock will be welcomed back into pop?
Well, Paleo, you answer this because you're a bit of a rock and roll authority. Oh, here you as well. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, excuse you.
Yeah. Let Hero say his thing.
I'm sorry.
I mean, my thing's gonna be really short. Honestly, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I think hard rock is for the older generation, if you will. I don't see it making a resurgence. I'm not
Older?
psychic. So
What age when you say older?
when I say older, 40 and older, and a niche market in people who are 28 and older.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't there some like Scandinavian countries that are really into heavy metal?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the U.S. I have no idea what the rest of the world's doing.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Because like in the 2000s, like hard rock was still like pretty popular, but then at the 2010s, something just changed. I don't know what it was.
Dragon Force.
I think you have the same theory that I do. That man, like Guitar Hero and
Guitar Hero and Rock Band like
It's
oversaturated the market so much that people
Grayson-
got sick of rock.
Yeah.
Have you, that is such an interesting theory that I feel like there's enough validity to it to actually prove it. Because literally after Guitar Hero and Rock Band,
It was over. Yeah,
never heard of rock again. I was like, that's that.
I really do.
Like
think
the last like major rock band, if you can call them that, is Imagine Dragons.
What about like so? It really does feel like music right now is, of course, like, I mean, Lord knows that Korean pop is surging hard right now.
which is so weird to me.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I got thoughts about that. Nothing necessarily negative or positive for that matter. Just kind of like, like a peculiar human behavior kind of thing. Because I've seen the idea of like, is this a fetishization of foreign cultures and people? And I'm like, I don't know, but I feel like also boy bands have always been like, not always, caveman boy bands. Oh, throw me your stick. But like boy bands ever since they've shown up, like Backstreet, NSYNC,
That's
One
it.
Direction. That's it.
98 degrees.
98 degrees didn't. No, don't.
Smash Mouth. But like, there's something to be said about that. I don't know. It's a certain. I feel like there can be a psychological study conducted about like the effect of boy bands on hyper fans, which I'm opening tangent after tangent. But
It's okay.
I heard I watched a video interview with Snoop Dogg. He was talking about rap and how he was like not happy with how it's like mumble rapping right now and how it's just like really like lowbrow stuff, and it's not like it was during like Biggie Small and Tupac.
Back in my day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I say this as a person who literally knows nothing about music, so take that into account.
Well, interesting. My only input on this is, I don't know why I always see K-pop like clips in every thread on Twitter. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like people are like, oh my gosh.
She should have stand Luna.
Oh no, Tom Hanks has the coronavirus.
Yeah, right. That's how it is. He should have stand Luna. What the fuck?
World War III begins. Fucking K-pop GIF, and it's like, oh my god, stop it! It's like
They should have stand Luna.
Oh.
Could you
Every time
imagine?
they say Luna, I think of like Princess Luna.
Oh, is
from
that
Marvel.
not who you're talking about?
No. It's like from some K-pop band.
What if this whatever happened a century ago, which was World War One, is well, I guess we're past now, happened today, but with all of the
With all the memes.
Where it's like when I don't know, just all these shit posts of like World War One and then eventually World War Two, and it's like, good lord, oh, Pearl Harbor got bombed. Oh, it's K-pop's GIF. It's like, oh god,
Right.
why?
What's this?
No.
And it's someone being like, I hope they all were able to rest in peace.
Yeah, right. A day that lives in infamy. But whatever. All right.
The only thing worse than like the K-pop replies and everything is the fucking release the Snyder Cut people.
You were talking about that recently.
Yeah, I was like, this is nothing related to the Zack Snyder or the Justice League or whatever. The Justice League wasn't even that great.
Who even cares? Yeah, who even cares?
No one cares about the DC extended universe besides these super fans.
All 7 of them.
Well, we do have, so let's see, gonna move to Twitter. Don't forget to get your SPP questions in. We still got 13 minutes of answering questions, so ask us whatever you want. Anything, can be random. Nathaniel's got a question here. Says, got myself a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's while waiting for the podcast to start, and I was wondering if any one of you have tried it in your lifetime.
Nope.
No, I've not.
I don't think I've ever had it.
What is it?
The shake.
It's like a mint
Yeah.
shake.
Like a mint chocolate chip type of thing, or is it?
It's something about how it's like vanilla and mint, I believe. It's really not that far off the beaten path for what they already do. It's a few extra ingredients thrown in. Which when I work at Starbucks, when they brought in special drinks, it's like, oh my god, it's the blah blah blah, and it's like it's just the exact same drink on the menu with an extra like bit of syrup. Big deal. So. But that's people who work there know that, but folks who don't work there don't know that. They think, oh my god, they're bringing out the big guns, guys. It's a fucking pumpkin spice latte. It's like, oh, it's just pumpkin spice syrup. That's it. If it's still the same old espresso and milk. Sorry.
You know what I got?
As a barista.
You've had that one. You've been waiting to vent on that one.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
I just saw today where McDonald's was advertising where they're like, guys, our new menu item. We had the Big Mac. Now we have the double Big Mac. And I'm like, well, okay. Like, but is that
Did you
new?
not get that before?
You could. Like, all you do is ask for more meat. They encourage people to order off of their kiosks anyways, and you just tell them how many pieces of meat you want anyways. So I was like...
I read something about how, like, whenever these big chains, especially McDonald's, make changes to their menu, it's like moving mountains for them. Like, it's a very big undertaking to provide, I guess, new ingredients and integrating it into every single location. I don't know. It's another reason why I just don't bother with McDonald's or most fast food places nowadays. That being said, I mean, there are moments in life where it's like 3 a.m. and you're like, I could go for a fucking bean burrito from Taco Bell. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Saber. Like, there are times where there's the right time, and you just need it.
Agreed.
The weirdest thing to me is like when I do actually, I'm like, I'm hungry, and for some god awful reason, I'm thinking McDonald's. You thought I was gonna say Arby's.
I love Arby's.
I do too. I think Arby's. I love Arby's. Yeah, no question. Might be my second favorite behind In-N-Out. Might be even with In-N-Out in regards to it being different, not a burger place. Anyways, Tiffany's got a question asking, what are your favorite Brony fan works that y'all have either been a part of or have watched? Like, I loved Animated James Beat It PMV.
The PMV 6 by BVids is one of my favorites. It's just really freaking good, man.
Now, if I wanted to watch it, how would I?
You would go to the YouTube channel.
No, you wouldn't.
Wait, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. I don't need that anymore.
We're giving you a hard time, man. We're giving you a hard time.
Dang. BVids, what's up with that, man?
Well, for what it's worth, Henry, we absolutely love you, and we love your work, and we appreciate you moving in different directions, but by God almighty, your old work was just top notch, and we love it.
Yeah.
Because the 6 PMV, that I played that shit for like a week solid, just watching it on my YouTube, just over and over.
You and Paleo, Saber, you guys had probably a better grasp on content back in the day, because you guys used to have a show where that was your thing. You would
we did weekly content. We did a weekly podcast. How the fuck?
Well, we must have been boring as fuck, not doing anything outside of that. How did we do that? I still recall how I blew off Tarby one time, where like we had this.
You blew off Tarby?
Did?
Or I mean, it wasn't Tarby, but I remember we brought on somebody on the podcast. It was the first time I ever had a bad day during the podcast. And I remember like they were talking, and so unprofessional. Where I was like, I'm not really feeling the podcast. I'm gonna go. Pale, do you recall that? Like where
I don't remember that at all.
I recall it. There's an emotion in my gut that tells me that there was one moment where I was straight up just an asshole. Where I was like, "That's it. I'm calling it for the night. Sorry, guys," or something like that. Because it still lingers in my head where I did something that was like very like I would not do nowadays. I'd be like, "What the fuck? No, you rough it out, buddy. Like you're not backing them down." So, yeah, Bernie Breakdown was weird. That was weird but fun.
As far as my answer though, one thing I remember like seeing because he had it on his laptop at the convention I was at before he posted it online was Mystery Ben's like Rhythm Heaven thing for ponies. Yeah. Because he had was showing it off at the convention I was at, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." So yeah.
What about you, Sarah? Do you have a Brony works that comes to mind?
Anthologies.
Oh yeah, anthologies are classics. I was gonna say if I had to choose one, I would probably say I think the one I watched the most in the early years of Bronydom would have been when they animated, or not even animated, they just manipulated the fuck shit stack song over Fluttershy.
Oh yeah.
so good. Good times, everyone. We got a super chat here from Malik Webster. Seeing as how I work at Sonic, I can attest to the fact that it is a big deal when we get new things on the menu. Has there been a thing, I'm curious from you guys, has there been something that a specifically fast food restaurant has released in the last, say, year that you went, oh my gosh, that's actually exciting?
Yes, nacho fries from Taco Bell. Straight up, and they're back. I can't eat them right now because I'm doing keto, but still, like, nacho fries are legitimately good.
Doesn't make up for them getting rid of the Chipotle chicken griller. Fuck them.
It does not. I'm with you, bud. I'm with you. Because, like, okay, for what it's worth, most of these fast food places, it's not 5-star dining, not Michelin star ratings, of course. But nacho fries were good, man. And, like, I remember, like, the mid-2000s, like, 2014, I was on the phone with Final Draft. I'm like, should I order a hot dog pizza? And he was like, do it. And I ordered a hot dog pizza where I was dipping, like, the hot dog crust into, like, mustard, but eating the pepperoni pizza. And I look back on that, I'm like, what kind of monster was I? Mustard?
What?
I vividly recall Giraffe like convincing me to buy it because Giraffe's a bad influence when it comes to food. Can we keep him out of our country a bit longer, please?
I think we just we're close, right? We're
close.
we're very close.
I think the fast food chain right now that is just going balls to the wall, and I feel like they've been doing this ever since, God, I feel like I was about to get out of high school was when they started this. KFC, I think, is just like,
oh God,
how can we kill someone in a single meal?
Did you hear the recent thing they have?
Is it the donut sandwich?
Yeah, the donut thing. Yeah.
What the hell? It almost seems like it's from a television show. It's the donut chicken sandwich with extra cholesterol.
Was KFC or was it Taco? Who was the one that just came out with the fried chicken taco? The shell.
Oh yeah, Taco Bell had that. I forgot when they had it. They had it like a few years ago.
Oh,
like in 2017, I think.
I was okay. Maybe I saw somebody comparing this latest thing because I saw that and I'm like, wait, so the shell of the taco was a fried chicken?
Yeah, fried chicken.
That seems wrong. That seems wrong. I saw that on the menu. I'm like, no, that should be physically impossible. What's going on here? like
I had it once. I was like, that's pretty good.
Enjoy your sawdust.
I love it. Let's see. We still got a couple minutes. Let's see here. I'll jump into a question here on Twitter from Tested asking, as someone who's never been to BronyCon, what was your guys' favorite moments of the con over the years? I think for me, and this is, it might be a cheating answer at this point, but I feel like just about every time we did it at BronyCon, the Who's Line shows were just so off the wall and energetic.
A good Who's Line show is unreal. Like just the feeling you get afterwards, where you know you actually did a good job.
Yeah,
so rewarding.
I was so happy with how our last one went. I was like, that was it. We did it.
That was good, man. That was good. I, of course, always seeing friends. Last BronyCon, having our big room party, and just looking around, knowing that all of our friends are happy and eating good food and having good laughs. That was good.
Yeah,
that was a good feeling. Because, like, I mean, I don't know. That's what life is. It's moments, and because eventually that moment will become a memory. So make it a good one. So yeah, that was good. I enjoyed it.
Did Paleo have an answer, or Hero, or?
I've answered this kind of question before, and like the answer is still the same, which is just hanging out in the room after like the long day, and just like your brain is just like, yeah, I'll say anything at this point. So we just like talk about like the realest nonsense ever, but it's like fun to get like deep with your friends like that and just hear like their innermost thoughts that they would never tell anyone else. Just that kind of stuff.
I love that level of intimacy where it's like, let's just be fucking like, why the fuck not?
It's so there's such a relaxation to it when you get back to the room after being in those crowds and you just unwind and watch Zootopia and wonder where Saberspark is.
I was gonna bring up the whole pizza story of trying to find Nino's. Like the way like Tom tells it is great. The audio is still online somewhere. Ooh. But yeah, like when we were trying to find out where the heck was this pizza place that we got free pizza from last year.
Oh, the pizza like Chronicles. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
BronyCon's always been a convention of like, okay, I'll be real with you guys.
And that place isn't even there anymore, so that's sad.
Yeah, well, it probably for good reason. But for what it's worth, the BronyCon's always been a convention of like memories of crazy moments, fun moments, ups and downs, and usually the downs end up being ups anyway because it's like challenges, like getting lost in Baltimore. I'm sorry, Baltimore, as much characters as it has, I don't really care for the city. I don't care for most cities, but yeah, just like driving around, seeing like, okay, this is not me taking a shot at this person. But I remember we were trying to go pick up Gabe from a hotel downtown, and we drove by this guy who was just sitting in a cardboard box with his legs sticking out and his head sticking out the other side. It looked like a fucking cardboard robot. He's just laying on his back on the side of the road. And I'm like, that's Baltimore. That's Baltimore. Like, that's part of the city. It's just this random guy sitting on the side of the street with his. It looked like Race from Bronies React with the box outfits. So,
it was me. What are you talking about?
It was so. It was Race.
You guys didn't pick me up. I was really pissed off.
I'm sorry. We Uber couldn't stop.
Palo, was there something else you wanted to say?
What? Oh no, I was just gonna say like one of my favorite moments is just the whole pizza chronicle thing that we did. Yeah.
Yeah. We got a super chat here from Fritz Roll, and then we'll have one last question to finish up the podcast. Fritz Roll says, to everyone, has there been a time, for whatever reason, you've been recognized as someone else, either in real life or online?
I got recognized as Michelle Creever at a convention.
Yeah, didn't it? Okay, so that story is fun because you got to a point where you're like, oh.
Yeah, so I didn't immediately understand why this person was asking me certain things. So this guy came up to me. I think they were all in line for a panel that was coming up, like maybe a Bronies React panel. And I was standing there with Matt, and somebody taps my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's this guy like being like, "Hey, I really enjoy your stuff," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And he's like, "Hey, could you say scootaloo for me?" And I'm like, I was like, huh, that's a weird request, but I did it. And then he's like, "Man, I just really enjoy you as Apple Bloom. Thanks for what you do." And I'm like, I was just like, oh, okay.
Did he compliment? He's like, yeah, that was it. That was perfect Apple Bloom impression.
I don't know. You're just like, yeah, Apple Bloom, great job. And I'm like, Did I just get misidentified as Michelle Creamer? And I'm pretty sure I was.
The one for me was, this was at the first ever Free Northwest, and I still don't know quite how this one happened outside of the person must have just seen me signing things and assumed like, well, there's only one person here who's worth signing things. Walked up and went, Living Tombstone, I love your music.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't even try and pull this off. Like, no, I'm not. I think I actually signed whatever it was too.
Yeah.
I was like, there you go.
Did you sign it as Tombstone?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I told them who I was, and I'm like, do you still want me to sign this? And they're like,
Yeah.
sure. And then threw it away. What about you guys?
What was the question?
Have you ever been recognized
As
as someone else in real life or
Nah.
online?
Well, I mean, Ray, you and I got confused all the time, like, which is weird because we're not like we don't look alike. So
That
I don't
is
know
true.
why. Because we're a duo.
Yeah.
A duo. A duo. I guess. I have a story. So this is back in 2016 when I was like really getting in shape, and I was at the airport waiting to board my plane, and there's this little kid, maybe like 5 or 6, standing next to his mother. And this is around the era where people kept calling me like, "Oh, you look like a Markiplier," because I did the dye hair thing because he was doing that too. And the kid just kept staring at me. I mean, noticeably so. I can see in the corner of my eye, he just kept looking at me. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, everybody already says at Starbucks I look like Markiplier. Maybe this kid thinks I am. And I looked at the kid and I go, no, I'm not Markiplier. And he goes, oh, okay. I thought it was so funny. I'm like, shit, man. He actually, because I figured it's a kid. So who cares if I am wrong with my assessment? Because, who listens to kids, But I thought that was pretty great. And he's like, I could tell that he really, because I saw him even like pulling his mom's arm down and whispering to his mom's ear when he was still looking at me. And I'm like, oh yeah, he thinks I'm somebody. So I'm like, I know he doesn't think I'm me, because who the fuck am I? But has to be Markiplier. So,
man. So, like I said, we had one more question. Did you want me to say that?
No.
Oh, okay. So actually, I'm gonna quickly answer another one. Cody Collier asked, Race, what will you do after the end of Bronies React? Will you still do your low budget videos? So to answer the first part, this video, while the end of MLP, I don't intend it to be the end of Bronies React. So Bronies React will continue. However, obviously the releases, at least right now, are going to be more drawn out. I have other...
Surprise! Pony Life comes out in April.
Wait,
yep, GG. No.
Oh God. but I anticipate there's going to be more. As I've said in the past, I also expect us to, I'd like to look back at old episodes, sometime and have a little fun with that. But there's a lot of other projects. Sarah and I actually are going to have an announcement coming out next week about...
You're getting married.
We're getting... Congratulations, us. About a new channel that we're going to be having come out.
We've kind of already teased it. It's a gaming channel.
Yep, it's a gaming channel.
Oh.
So we'll have that, and Saberspark will be a guest. He'll have to fly here.
I'll do it.
Do it.
Well, I'll wait till things calm down.
I didn't say Hirosashii could be a guest because I don't want to really look bad in front of the audience yet.
Gabe will obliterate you.
So yeah, but also with the low budgets, they will continue coming out. Once I get past this Bronies React, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, okay, now I can work on. I got another cruise vlog that I'm going to be working on eventually. I don't know when I'm going to start actually releasing those. I got the low budgets, which are obviously have been backlogged for a while, and I'll get those getting released. So there's still a lot of content to be coming out. And then, of course, who knows what other random stuff that I'll be making throughout. But I'll still have a lot of content coming to the channel itself. Then the question that I wanted to end everything on here was from Bonnie Muffins. Says, "Hey guys, been a huge fan of you all for like ever. Weird question. What words do you think should be used more often because they're too good not to? Mine's the word omega because it's better than super and cooler than amazing. Also, double Big Macs are rad."
I finally recall this. Okay, so this is funniest words, right?
What are basically it's what words do you think should be used more often because they're too good not to?
I love the word centennial. It sounds so fucking.
Bicentennial.
Sounds so fat. Bicentennial or sentinel. There's something about that word that sounds prestigious. The word Rome. I don't know why that one sounds just so rolls off the tongue. Rome. And then I was talking to Matt about this yesterday. I love the name of the city of Constantinople. And it's a mouthful, but just it comes together. I love it.
Whenever I hear that, I think of the name, or I think of the song, the Constantinople.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's a good word, Sarah?
I really wish in the United States that we would say rubbish and trousers. I just like those two words. I don't know. Trash is so boring. Rubbish sounds just better.
Mine's kind of close to that. I guess in its oddness, but balderdash.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a good one, dude.
Balderdash.
Balderdash.
I feel bad because nothing really comes to mind immediately. I'm still thinking.
You have it. It's right on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
Tweet it out later whenever you figure it out.
Yeah, I'll just.
That's how it
yell
goes.
it on Twitter.
She's just gonna post her
I'm
word.
serious. Yeah, it's one of those moments because I don't do well like at the heat of the moment where folks are favorite movie, favorite
Yeah.
specific question for a film. I'm like, damn it, I'll think of this later tonight. I'm just not gonna be put on the spot because my brain like gets tunnel vision and I forget all of the options that actually make sense.
Yep. I know. I same spot where it's like you think of all of this stuff 3 hours, like you're asleep in bed and you open your eyes and go, that was it. That was the answer. I remember.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that's a wrap here on the Semi-Perfect
I
Podcast.
vote for y'all.
Y'all?
Everybody should use y'all.
I love that word. I unironically use that word.
Yeah, y'all.
Texas!
Because I grew up in
Dare take the
Georgia
name of
and
Texas
we
in
use the
vain.
word y'all. I don't like the word ain't though. Ain't sounds stupid. I ain't going to school. It's like shut up, but y'all can go to school.
Y'all ain't Southern then.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, Bronies React will be coming out, premiering on March 20th. That's a Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Basically, it's same time at night as this podcast starts. And then it will be live for everybody from that point. Our next podcast will be on the 25th. We do not anticipate it being canceled.
Yeah.
And that will be our Winnie City PonyCon preview.
Yeah.
Now, obviously.
Yay.
But also, speaking Winnie City PonyCon, probably mid next week, I'll put out the stuff for Who's Line.
Oh,
submissions.
Who's Line submissions? Yeah. Oh, that's something I should actually probably put out because I don't think we right now have somebody to play a keyboard. So I might be looking, and if we don't have anyone, then we'll just
no musical.
Have it. Yeah. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. Hope you all have a wonderful 2 weeks. We will see you to preview Winnie City PonyCon, and that's it. Be safe, everybody. Wash your hands. And have a good
Bye.
night.
Be safe, guys.
Turn the page. Wash your hands. Turn the page. Wash your hands.